5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's everyone's week been?
Full of gophers.
Really, tell us more.
No, I have an appointment with Gopher Cast later on today that I'll explain it there.
What the heck?
Yeah. It's a tale of a podcast. Tale. A gopher tale.
Okay, anyway.
If you listen to it, you'll hear nothing but...
Be that way.
Dig holes all over the world!
Okay, well, this is very exciting. What an exciting intro.
Man, this is super
I
exciting.
hope you enjoyed this, fans. Okay, so we may as well get this show on the road. I'm
Okay.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
And this is TTV, episode, is it 36?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 36. Sorry if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. But yes. Today, we have a very exciting lineup planned for you. And by that I mean the same old, same old. So, to continue on with that line of thinking, we will now begin with the tried and true, fan favorite, everyone loves it, BZPower News. For the week of... I don't know what the week is. Begin.
The week of June 25th through something. On the news this week, wanted, biomechanical, send your MOCs to Brick Fair. Arson. Vote in RPG contest number 24. Lego to develop an MMOG. Lego and Google team up for Build with Chrome. Set review 40049. Topless Camel. The BZPower cast goes to Portland. Set review 9469. Gandalf arrives. You shall not pass. Premier membership sale. Yeah, because we all love Premier membership. And that is the news.
And commentary. we have a good relationship with BZP. They bring the news, we bring the commentary. It's a really nice thing to listen to.
And I'll bring the hatred if we have to talk about Lego and Google.
Well, don't you worry, because I don't really... No, that is interesting,
No. It's
I guess.
stupid.
Oh,
Lego
Build with
should
Chrome.
not deal with Google at all. No one should deal with Google at all.
Google's
MTG,
Ultima.
the paranoid schizophrenic that he usually is. But
Kahi, stop talking to your mirror. I am not a paranoid schizophrenic.
I see what you did there.
so,
Anyway.
Build with Chrome. I actually tried that out. It needs work. But
Sheeple.
sheep.
Buying into Google's evil plans.
I suppose you also think 9/11 was a cover-up. See you all day. As was Roswell.
No. Hey, and you shouldn't be so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is disrespectful.
Well, tell us a little bit about Build with Chrome and what exactly it is, because I don't even know.
Private information.
How do I say this? Build with Chrome is like, well, you sort of build something and you put it on a map, I don't know. It's like, I didn't really play with it too long. It was just kind of boring. Like, you're supposed to, I think you can put stuff on Australia or New Zealand. You can construct your own Lego landmarks and stuff. It's not really worth it.
You know,
Also,
that's
works
a
for
great
Firefox.
way to, that's a great way to find your location. That's right.
Really, on Firefox? I never would have guessed.
Oh,
I know, right?
See, it's now gathering your location now too with Lego monuments.
That sounds pretty strange.
You know, I love it. No one, unless they knew me, no one would be able to figure out whether I'm serious or not. And so I'm gonna leave it ambiguous.
Yeah. If you want to know, take a guess. We will totally not answer your guess.
Yep, basically.
But a build with Chrome sounds kind of interesting.
No, it doesn't.
I saw an article about it on another site, and I didn't pay it any mind. I didn't really understand it.
It's evil.
But yeah, honestly, it's an interesting concept, but I don't really see it going anywhere. It's probably going to be dead in a couple months. Or it might just be one of those applications that just stay there for who knows how long and no one uses.
Speaking of interesting concepts, a Lego MMO, that was an interesting concept, and it didn't really pay off that well. And now here we are, July 1st, 2012, even though the news article wasn't posted then, and it looks like we're getting another one. How interesting.
I guess, for me, it's kind of interesting that LEGO partnered with this Funcom. I mean, they bought NetDevil, right? To do LEGO Universe. You'd think they continue something like that. You know, it seems like a wasted investment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
the whole thing seems interesting because I can kind of foresee what they're going to do. They're going to put in codes in like the Lego collectible minifigures packaging to give you special things in the game. Like, I don't know, Breakout. Except it's massively multiplayer, whatever that entails. It's probably not going to be as in-depth as Lego Universe, but still, I can't believe they're doing another one after the failure of LU.
Oh, LU. I was a beta tester for that.
as was
I
I.
couldn't run it.
Yeah, I could
As was I. I played it for like 2 minutes. I played it for 2 minutes, gave them horrible feedback, even though it was totally my fault.
My feedback was, I can't run this on my computer.
My feedback was laggy. Improve
My internet
video.
was so slow. I got up to the first part where you're supposed to like build a rocket and stuff, and after you blasted off, it just would not load the other world, and it just kept staying there on the screen. And I finally quit. So I don't know what's beyond that level. So I might be unfair in saying that, you know, whatever's there, but that's what I saw.
Yeah. And I never tried the actual game, but from what I've heard, it was an interesting concept that it was doomed from the beginning because of the pricing.
Yeah. Kids and video games. Unless you have free for play, it's probably not going to be all that well. You know?
Yeah. Free to play is almost essential if they're going to do it again.
Yeah. And browser-based would also be nice. You know, like, what's it? The whole Club Penguin thing? Like, my friend was really into that when he was, like, 8. But, basically, yeah, they just need to do something like that. It needs to be in your browser, and, you know, easily accessible, and free to play. And then, you know, of course you can buy stuff to do it. As soon as they do that, I think they probably would have it made.
Microtransactions are the name of the game. Just have the option for people to spend real money, and people will do it if the game is worth it.
I doubt that's going to be the name of the game, dude.
Lego microtransactions.
The next chapter in the Lego gaming industries.
Hey,
microtransactions.
Enter in your credit card.
Microtransactions coming
Realistic
to computers
graphics
near you.
and gameplay.
It's the Lego gaming.
Gopher,
What did you say?
Gopher.
The Lego gaming industries.
Yep.
You
Yes.
have to send out emails and confirm orders and
Yes.
oh no, customer A has received fraud. You go through all this thing. Anyhow.
TTV
Lego
episode 36,
microtransactions.
Lego gaming industries.
It's like
Anyway.
transactions to making. Right.
Well, regardless, it seems like I'm interested in seeing where it goes. I guess time will tell.
No, Lego will tell us, but time will, just make things come sooner than later.
Another interesting bit of news that actually isn't featured on the main page is the comics contest. The polls are currently going on right now, or should I say the poll, because there weren't enough entries to justify multiple polls.
To be fair,
do not
there were
constitute a comic contest.
there were more than I expected. I think it's a pretty good number. It's not like just 2 entries, which I would
Yes.
be like, no, that's not really worth this. But 7, 8 entries, for the second comic contest, especially something that not a lot of regulars did. All these guys are either new guys or people outside the forum. I think they did pretty well.
I should have entered.
I know, I should have too. I really want a minifigure. I'm obsessed with those minifigures, man.
I really wanted to beat the others.
But let's face it, Eljay, that's all you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Special guest, Keeney Hawkeye.
More
We
like
thought
the
you
guy
would've
who was
been-
supposed to be here who managed to get back in time.
He
Yep.
dumped this
How
for food.
was dinner?
It was tasty.
We're now going to have
Well,
TTV
the Caesar
coverage.
salad was. The fish was slightly less so.
TTV coverage. He needed dinner.
TTV coverage, LJ's grave.
Whoa! Dude, I'd listen to that!
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be dead and in it.
But yes, go vote in the comics contest polls, guys.
For me.
Yeah, for Eldr.
Yes.
Go vote for Eldr.
So we can win 2nd place and wait a second.
LJ, to win or not to win? That is the question.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's a contest. That's the answer.
Well,
No.
Not really. Alright.
speaking of contests, there's another contest going on. It's the RPG contest. Keeney, you're our resident RPG guy, even though you're not involved at all. What do you have to say about this contest?
I've barely looked at it, honestly. But, Blarg, I would go on a spiel about the whole state of the RPG forum in general lately, but I don't think anyone really wants to hear that.
Go on.
Although maybe they do.
Yeah, go on. I'm interested. Honestly, I am.
Okay,
Venom.
well-
No, I'm kidding.
No. Screw you, Venom. Nobody loves you. Well, okay, some people love you, but...
Oh, his mother loves him. No.
Whoa! Okay.
You can be replaced.
Your mom can't.
Okay. She is every night. Continue.
Yeah, well, anyways, this might be a little long-winded, but I've been away from BZP for a long time. I kind of died off of it, but one of the things I noticed before my death from the site was that really all I did was the RPGs towards the end of it, and I noticed that a lot of new people that were coming into the site, they changed the way the RPGs forum kind of worked, because there was a time where it was about storytelling, right? And that was the big major focus of the whole RPGs thing, and it was storytelling, right? You'd have RPGs would come up and you'd be like, yeah, I really like this. You'd play it, and it would be it would basically be an alternative to writing an epic. Because you'd have a bunch of other people who would add their own spin on things, and then you'd just go with it, and you'd write this story, right? And it was a lot of fun. But I noticed after the reboot, especially, a lot of the newer members who came in, it wasn't so much about writing a story. It was, in a lot of ways, it seemed to be more about winning, right? It was more like we went from writing stories as RPGs to playing a game, right? And
Yeah.
it was more winning than anything else, and it was kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
And especially you would get RPGs like in completely off topic, there was Starscape and the other RPGs that were like it. They weren't so much about the story of it as it was, here you go, you get an empire, rule everyone else, right? Or try to. And even in some of those RPGs, it was encouraged to fight rather than write, I guess.
That doesn't necessarily bad. I like that.
Fight rather than write.
And that's what the RPGs forum used to be about. It was writing the story, right? And it's just it's changed a lot, especially from back when I joined in, because I think I joined in 2008, so about 4 years ago, and I think for me, honestly, it was that first 2 years where the RPG forum was at its best, because it was just so it was friendly, but at the same time it was kind of competitive. Right?
Yeah.
And it was nice. And now we've had a bunch of new people come in, and we've had all of the old, or not all of them, but a lot of the old former champion guys have left, right? Exofat's not around anymore, and it can't even go off on the list.
Exofat died because
Obesity.
he couldn't walk.
Exofat died to save RPG.
See, no, he kind of tripped and fell, and well,
Well, no, Exofat was like Matoro, died to save your RPGs, but it really didn't matter, did it?
it's funny because I think Exofat was a comic maker for a time too.
Huh. Interesting.
Pray Exofat.
Was.
Well, yeah, it says something. It actually says something. I've only ever been in 3 RPGs. BZ Province by Sizen, which I thought was an excellent RPG. War of Elementum Nui by Lavacius, which I also thought was a pretty good RPG. Despite many flaws.
Wrong, it's Levakius.
Oh yeah, Lavacius. Which I actually thought was a pretty good RPG despite all its flaws. And then Dreamland by Call the Guardian for a short while, which I also thought was really, really good. But I did not have enough time to sink into it, and I dropped off early on.
No.
So I've never really got the full experience of being in an RPG. So I rely on you for my opinions.
Well,
I did. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, did you say something, Keaton?
Oh, well, I was just gonna say the majority of my experience with RPGs, right? Like, I know a lot of the newer people, they know RPGs from the player standpoint. I know a lot of RPGs from the game master standpoint, because I have actually staffed in a lot of RPGs earlier on, right? Like, I think I've run maybe 4 or 5 RPGs as assist staff. And I think as assist staff, 2 of those RPGs I ended up running. Right.
I only ever was staff in 1, and that was War of Elementum Nui.
Yeah.
Never really did much. It wasn't needed. There was nothing to do that wasn't already covered.
Well, and see, I guess, especially with Elementum Dewey, there's it wasn't so much your fault, or it wasn't the player's fault. It was the way that Lavacius, because screw you, Lavacius, it was the way that Lev ran the RPG himself that made it hard for you to help, because he had his own plans, and really the only thing you could do was say that's overpowered or you're not allowed to do that. But on the same hand, Lev himself had his own ideas of what was overpowered and what you couldn't do, right? And that made it really hard for you to staff. It makes it hard for anyone to staff if the game master's like that.
Yeah.
The BZP RPG, fun fact, is one of the longest running online RPGs. Like even in other sites, they recognize the BZP RPG as it's been running for quite a while. I think it started running around when the site came up, or maybe a bit after that. I'm not exactly sure in the history. But yeah, it has been running for a while. Before the reboot, I remember I joined it. I wanted to see how it was like, so I joined I think I joined it pre-reboot, but like only by 6 months. It was a very short time. In that short time, it actually was a lot more fun than it is now, I guess. It seemed like people were more friendly. Like you said, like trying to write a story, people seem to be a bit more friendly, and like, you know, being able to help me go start my own story and, you know, interact with other people and all that. I don't know. After reboot, I tried to get back in, but it didn't seem like the same. And yeah,
I wasn't a member of it before the reboot, but I did kind of keep up on it. I wanted to join it when the reboot came about. And it was definitely a massive change once the reboot happened, just because there were so many people who changed the way they played, or just there was a different atmosphere about it, right? Like I guess, like I said earlier, it was about fighting rather than writing. I'm gonna start using that all the time now.
Well,
it's surprisingly true.
Yeah. Well, I guess
it is surprisingly true though about the forum.
Yeah. Well, post reboot, everything seemed to move a lot faster. That's what I noticed. I think pre-reboot, there are still some people doing it, but they took their time. You know, then some people would think through their actions, or, you know, be able to set up other stuff. Once the reboot came, it just seemed to move really fast for me. Like every time I would read up a new post, you know, another page would be added. It was just very hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
So that, I guess, well, missing this isn't really something to complain about in the forum, but yeah, that's just one of the main things that made me stop playing. Besides,
it is hard. It is really hard to keep up with a fast-paced RPG. But one of the main things that kind of stopped me from going on the site as a whole, I pretty much had died off of everywhere else on the site, right? It's kind of hard to keep writing for a site where you get no recognition, or, you know, it's hard to keep posting when you've lost interest in something, right? And
but Keeney, everybody loves your work.
Lol.
Yeah, sure. The only one who loves my work is Mr. Messanak here, who keeps begging me to write a book that most likely won't be written.
Yep.
But
well, yeah, it's the RPG contest. Thanks for the perspective.
Not even the RPG contest. Lols.
Oh, you know, it all ties in.
Yeah, kind of.
That's been the RPG segment, hosted by your very own Kitty Hawkeye.
That would be nice.
Yeah, we'll need to get, like, fancy music and, like, I don't know.
Some babe.
On an RPG segment, not a chance.
Okay.
I would
the final thing.
We may as well just move on.
Yeah. The final thing on the news for this week is BZPower's 11th anniversary. It's coming up. It's approaching.
Wait, approaching or it's here?
It's approaching. It's like later this month.
Wait, I actually think another anniversary is later this month, and it has to do with my comic series. Unless it was last month, in which... No! But otherwise, I won't.
You know what? There is never anniversary this month. It's the anniversary of our frickin' country, Eljay.
Hey, language, Kahi. And what is this, our country? Yeah, everybody but mine.
Actually, it's ironic. Day of this recording, it's Canada Day. Canada Day, guys.
Happy day! Happy day!
I even knew that.
It's on my calendar.
Can't say on your calendar.
Yeah, it's here. It says Sunday.
because LJ is very considerate and likes to wish people happy holidays.
It was in the recent podcast.
We'll
I
go
forgot
out and knock a...
We'll go with sure. Consider it. We'll go with that.
Consider it. Hang on, I'm gonna ruin this real quickly. Hey, Keeney, we ought to go down to the bar and knock back a few good old glasses of maple syrup beer. Why don't we? Eh?
Hey, sure. Why not? I'll drink you under the table.
Oh, you're on, mate. Wait.
Well,
I'll drink you under the table in 5 glasses, LJ.
All right, everybody. All right, let's kind of ooch with the Canada jokes now, okay? But
yeah. I'm interested in seeing what BZP is going to do for their 11-year spinning.
You know,
I'm placing all my bets on Hero Factor.
Actually,
they place it admitting a person with a 40 tohu. It's inevitable.
I'm actually with Meso on this one. placing all my bets on the Hero Factory as well.
If they're going to do Hero Factory, pick something that's actually semi-iconic from Hero Factory to actually do, aka not William Furno. If they do Furno, I swear, I'm going
They
on
have
a race
Akars.
trip the likes of which no one's ever seen.
Come on, guys. Preston Stormer. Von Ness.
I would take Stormer or Von Ness over Furno. Von Ness sounds so strange.
The Von Nessie monster.
Loch Ness, Von Ness.
Well, that is his actual name.
Why wasn't he a dinosaur?
No, but Meso, look, you gotta have William Furno. That way you can tell all the Bionic fans, take that! You monsters! Go back from where you came. I may be just a spinny, but I'm a hero all the same. Wait, no. What are you doing? Put me back! No!
More so, I wonder.
What did I just listen to?
I'm gonna just disregard what you just said and carry on with my train of thought. So, I wonder if they would do something from the first year or the actual good years. That's my question.
Wait, the actual good years?
Every
Try
year.
and do something from every year of Bionicle. And since
Every
Bionicle
year.
no longer exists, they'll probably
Every
do something for the first year of Hero Factory, or they'll do nothing.
Every
Years
year
ago.
except the first. Told you. Lol Ninja.
Oh,
No,
I
but-
thought you were talking about Slyzers and Bionicle.
No.
Hey, why don't we have a Slizer Spinny?
Ooh, I've hit a nerve now.
Oh yeah.
I want to
Slice.
save us again.
Suddenly I want a Slizer Spinny.
UDD
That'd be
Slicer.
awesome.
Come on. I have a sort of feeling. I mean, like, I sort of would have messed with the Hero Factory thing. But if not, my second guess would be UDD Duty Destiny Symbol. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Something to keep in mind.
I wouldn't mind that. We can get a little bit of promotion.
Yeah.
Three Virtues needs to get some exposure.
I know, right?
Yeah, we gotta get our tan on.
Well,
No, let's
Anyway.
not.
Go out to the beach and
Please.
get hit by beach balls, aka the
So-
spinny ball of doom that's on Mac.
I would
So-
make a joke about that. comment.
LJ making
Never mind.
jokes for days.
Moving on.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'd make a joke about the beach ball, but I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, don't. Anyway,
Wow.
so that was the BZP news. It was pretty interesting. If I do say so myself.
Sucked.
With a
Not really.
long-winded injection.
Oh, we need that considering we now move on to our second and final segment.
Yay! Second and final.
Don't
The
you mean our
comic
third
maker's
and final segment? Ha ha ha.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess if you got the intro, that is true. Okay, our third and final segment, the comic maker spotlight.
But
Yeah,
wait, no,
you said-
Meso.
but yes.
Meso, wait.
Meso.
If this is the third, then it's not the final because we still have the outro after it.
The
Alright.
third, the third segment, the comic maker spotlight.
Hello and welcome to another Comic Maker Spotlight. This is another interesting one, and I have a knack for picking these. This is MSPain Comics, exclamation mark. My Kung Fu Roxy Destroyer.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Oh, yeah, man,
Yeah!
No,
Wow!
please.
Yeah!
And, yeah, a little backstory. Kung Fu Roxy Destroyer has been around for approximately 2 years on BZPower, and in that time has gotten 446 posts. And as of the recording of this episode, his avatar is displayed by what looks to be a very oriental version of a Kanohia Kaku. So let us begin. Dive right into the, as per usual, latest 2 comics. Now, this guy's interesting. When he lists his comics, you know how it's normally like Comic 1, Comic 2, Comic 3, Comic 4. The numbers are actually replaced for their counterparts on the keyboard. So it would be, for Comic 1, it's Comic exclamation mark.
Hello.
Wow.
So he basically holds down shift when he types in comic 1.
Yep.
I can...
Comic!
So what happens if he gets to comic 10? Is it like comic exclamation mark right bracket?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh.
that's exactly what
This
it is.
is... It's a cute idea, but it's very annoying. Very, very annoying. For me.
Oh,
I
be
can't...
quiet.
How many comics does he have? $2 Woo.
You know what? You know what? If that was me, if I actually made comics, I would, I think, troll everyone by putting 10 in front of every number. So my first comic would actually be 101, and then everyone would have to look for the first comic, but it doesn't exist.
Well, dive right in.
Alright, so, second to latest comic, we have some very interesting characters playing golf inside of the building. And what
Because
appears
that
to be
almost
the
goes up.
author of the series failing horribly at playing golf.
Is he?
Oh yes, he is. 5, 6, 7, 8 kilometers out of bounds. Okay. Gotcha. So, he meets up with a Voya, the Mechnui version of Hakan.
Okay, it's Navistrok. No, Nastrivok. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's not
Nastrovok. Yeah, okay, so the character's name is Nastrovok. And he's talking about a sand trap that he made. And, well, Borak are in there. So after a clean it all, it must be clean joke, which I love, by the way, the comic ends. So it is actually a fairly amusing comic. I do like the humor in this, especially the Borak joke and the fact that he's not good.
Nastrovok.
I get it.
And that's one
What
of
was
our...
that?
That was Venom doing his Keeny Scream impression.
Keeny scream. What the? That's fucked.
Law.
So,
What?
Make me swear at you in German, Eljay.
really? Okay. So, and then in the latest comic, we have the special guest is Logento the Limatorn. And so he's a guest star, and he's here. And apparently Nastrovok has a pet velociraptor.
Well,
Of course so, to give you a brief insight of what this comic is about, the comic's name is Bakery of Duty, Muffin Warfare. So,
I'll get that.
off panel,
No.
there's a
Oh.
off
Really?
panel there is a battle in the bakery, apparently, between two characters fighting for muffins.
Ooh, muffins.
Put the muffin
why?
Okay, put him down. Put him down.
down. Now back away slowly and no one gets hurt.
Backing away, backing away.
Yes, the muffiny deliciousness is mine. All mine. Ha ha ha. You saw nothing.
Why is it that Meso fits that character perfectly?
Because it probably is based off of Meso.
As the character
Because
left-
I seriously, I don't think anyone else would say something like that except Meso.
Muffiny
I think that explains Meso's personality literally perfectly.
Muffiny deliciousness explains my personality. Okay, carry on.
Yes.
The episode
No,
36,
anyway.
Muffiny Deliciousness.
So, wow. So, let's give ourselves an overview here. The humor is actually kind of funny. The characters are actually kind of interesting. As specifically Nastrovok and his pet raptor, and the Battle of the Muffins. So, this definitely seems like a unique series.
I have to admit, I saw these before when they first came out. These have really have improved since I last saw them. I was sort of dreading this, but actually, yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, the spelling is very, very nicely done. I guess spelling and grammar is one of those things, it's, you can really tell someone actually knows what they're doing, I guess. More grammar just, even if the joke might be bad, it makes it acceptable. And this one, the jokes actually are kind of good. I mean, they're not like tremendously hilarious, but they do work. And for that, I am pleasantly surprised.
Absolutely. And speaking of the text, actually, and the graphics, the text is good, except for the lines that kind of lead to the characters. I used that for a while, but in here, it's unnecessary. You see, the thing here, he already has colored text with the glow around it, which actually is very fitting and very nice. But the lines are very out of place and unnecessariness, so I definitely think he doesn't exactly need them.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, he only does the lines.
You just make the text color-coded to the characters.
Yeah, well, I mean, he only does the lines when the words are coming from off-panel. You notice if the people are on-panel, no lines. If they're coming from off-panel, he draws a line to sort of direct the viewer that they are off-panel. I can appreciate that. I understand what he's doing. But, I don't know, I think it would be better done if he would just, if you're really going to have a lot of off-panel, off-panel conversation, you might try to see if you can do word balloons. Look around, there's probably a tutorial out there somewhere, but those generally work better. If you want to do, if you want to do something where you have a tail, or, a line, in this case, word balloons are the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, everything's graphically appeasing. It's not horrendous or anything. What is kind of eye-searing is his panel placement. It is very unorganized, random. It's kind of obnoxiously placed, if you can forgive the harshness of that sounding. If it was all kind of aligned, in a cohesive pattern, I think it would come off a lot nicer. And maybe a little bit of a stricter border around the panels.
Yes. I don't know. For me, the text, I don't know, the font is okay, but I guess for comics, I'd sort of suggest using a different font other than, Arial, or what's font is this exactly? Anyhow, a more comic-fitting font might work better, but that's our opinion. The backgrounds are pretty nice. They're rainbow colored. I'm not sure how that works in real life, like if you actually painted something like that, but
rainbow colored background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rainbow colored. Okay.
Yep. No private jokes, please. Thank you. It is July 1st. Anyhow.
Yeah, so all in all, these have a lot of potential with, with all that they have here. I think that with a couple of touch-ups, they could be something absolutely really good, fun read, very enjoyable, as they already are, and, that's a good thing. I definitely find this series very nice and fun to read, and just kind of something that's nice to pass the time and get a good laugh out of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually about it. Like I said,
what do you think, then, Kia?
Yeah. I have no comment because I'm not a comic student.
Me neither.
Okay. Okay, so time to give my in-depth analysis. Okay, first off, comic 1, or should I say comic exclamation mark? No, okay. Anyway, my two main problems. I have two problems. The rainbow-colored background, I find that kind of strange. And then the awkward panel placement, as Eljay just said. Other than that, I don't actually mind the lines because he doesn't use them if they're off panel, like Kahi said. But I also do agree, a word bubble would probably be better. Probably look a lot nicer. And
Where
other
are
than
these
that,
rainbow backgrounds?
I don't even know.
really.
Yeah.
Yep. But I like it. I think it has. I think it's very promising.
Oh.
It doesn't really do anything.
Like a certain comic series, they could go.
Yeah. No, sorry, it doesn't really do anything completely new, like something completely innovative, but I don't think it really needs to. Like, it knows what it's doing, and it sticks to it. It's a well-known formula, but it does it well. So, for that,
Yeah.
Only it used a different spike.
yeah.
Yep.
Shimori Mega Tri-Shade. That's kind of interesting.
How original.
It fits. But yeah, so that's about it. Go check out MSPain Comics by Kung Fu Rahkshi Destroyer and give some constructive criticism. That is the Comic Maker Spotlight.
Hurrah! Well, okay. As far as our episodes go, I like this one. There were lolsy moments had, some good discussions.
Isn't there one more thing we're forgetting?
Oh yeah. Okay. This is the side effect of not writing this down and coming up with it impromptu. We are now going to transition into our next segment, where a certain cast member is going to get interviewed about his life outside of TV. Ladies and gentlemen, let us go into Talk to Ven.
No, shut up. Bye.
Well, excuse me if I turn my microphone off.
No, I'm doing the countdown for my segment now. You're going to be quiet. So, like,
All right.
so I think it went like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk to Venom. Today, we're going to talk to someone. Who is it that I'm talking to today?
Me?
Wait, are you serious, Eljay?
Yes.
Why? I don't want Eljay to talk to Venom. That is something that we already do all the time.
Well, it's too
All
late.
right, you know what? No, you know what? Fine. I'm expecting a payment for this.
Oh yeah,
That's a really boring segment.
keep expecting.
Oh, LJ, what you been up to lately?
Cuttings and gophers.
Excuse me?
That's right. I've been catching gophers out in the wild alfalfa fields.
Gopher catching. That's interesting. What's
Yes.
it like? What do you do?
What I do? Me and my younger brother Speeder, we go out into them alfalfa fields on our four-wheeler, going through traffic and dirt and weeds. We get out in these alfalfa fields and we take these traps, which, for all intents and purposes, crush the little gophers and kill them instantly.
And then you live off the fat of the land.
So, you see what we do. We find their gopher hole. We dig the hole, set the trap, put it in there, wait a little bit. Gets them. We cut off their tails, which are $2 per tail.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does it really actually make a sound?
I don't know. I actually don't know. It makes more like a metal sound since it's made of metal. It's
okay.
really high spring.
Huh. Whoa. That's kind of violent. But man, selling tails for $2. Wow, that's a low price.
Well, actually, you see, since they're all $2, and we get the money, and we have 20 tails now, so we're gonna get $40. As soon as we get up to $25, $50, split 2 ways, $25, we'll be living off the fat of the money.
See, but see, this is the way it works. So, like when the American dollar collapses and when the euro collapses too, the gopher tails will go up in value, and yeah, it's better start stockpiling them now.
Okay.
Somehow, if the economy collapses,
After we
the
sell.
first thing in my mind is like, oh, dude, we have nothing. We better get some golfer tails, man. Golfer tails are what we need right now. Like, forget water, forget food, forget electricity. We need gopher tails. Thank you, everybody.
What else has been on your life lately, Eljay?
Well, not much actually. Yeah, the majority of the. Oh yeah, my Xbox Red ringed.
Oh, I mean, that's very tragic. I would hate for that to happen to my Xbox.
It has happened to your Xbox.
Yeah, it happened to me in the past, but I had a backup. Do you have a backup?
Well, I don't.
No, you don't.
I no. Wait, no, my Xbox survived though. I'm a survivor of the red ring.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about that their comic series? Okay. Okay, I guess that's
What's the new
that's a long
story comic?
Ultimate series are not getting a lot of attention.
Hey, look, you have the Kahi curse.
You deserve the attention. So everybody go check out Eljay's comics, known as The Lazy Life of a Comic Maker 3.0, deeply deep, deeply deep. Now I have one last question, and that is, Eljay, what
Do
are
you want
gonna
to be a millionaire?
Talk about stealing men's thunder.
Okay, what are you gonna do next?
I'm going to a cemetery where I shall dig up bodies and
Wow.
And that, everybody, was TTV, To Ven, and yeah, join us next time when we have an actual special guest.
Yes.
Well, that was insightful.
So for the third time, for the third time, that proved to be a very excellent segment.
Yep,
Thank you, Vin.
The special guest will actually be my informant in the black market.
Okay, so anyway.
Oh, wait. Eljay has... Like, oh, that explains a lot.
Okay. Thank you all for listening. It's been a very exciting episode filled with laughter and fun.
Laugh.
Laughter. So, thank you for listening. We appreciate your viewership, and be sure to like, comment, rate, favorite, subscribe.
And call the police. This is a staged episode. This is a staged episode. None of us want to be here except Meso. He's keeping us in cages.
He's about to...
No,
what is that? No, he's putting duct tape over the...
And very quickly... Well, he's not going to put duct tape over my mouth because I have one last thing to say. Please keep checking into the thing we have, our channel, our topic, whatever, because the annual Makuta Fest is going to be in 1 month on August 1st. So be sure to tune in for any information of what's going to go on with that.
Makuta Fest, more information is forthcoming, by the way. Expect a couple videos as the date draws closer. August 1st, here we come. Yeah. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I'm messing up.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
and I'm Keeney.
And this was TTV, episode 36. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Help us, call the police!
Sorry guys, I'm contacting my lawyer.
Oh my god! He's got a gun!